What is up, everybody? I thought I'd do a video on Barony. This game has been out since 2015, but if you played it back then and you played it now, it's practically a different game. It has gone through so many changes and updates. Even from a few years ago, it's changed again. I've come back to it recently, and I think it's at a really good spot. In fact, its recent reviews on Steam have switched to overwhelmingly positive. It's currently sitting at 3,800. No, nearly 4,000 on very positive overall. Developed and published by Turning Wheel, and it is a roguelike dungeon crawler. And it's deceptively in-depth as well. There's a few mods out. Well, there's a lot of mods, but I meant DLC that add a few extra classes and races. There's also been a big update for multiplayer, and I think that's probably the main draw. To be honest, I've only played it single player. Highly recommend the tutorials, because like I said, this game is not only surprisingly in-depth, but stuff that you think is simple isn't. Like the combat, there's a very specific pattern to it. So we are going to start a single player game. We're going to go, I'll probably just play a human, but I'll just quickly show you. We've got skeletons, got vampires, succubuses, goatmen, automatons, incubus, goblins, and insectoids. I can't remember off the top of my head which ones are added by the DLC. I think the insectoids definitely are. I think a lot of the evil ones were added by DLC. And these races all play a pretty big difference, including who is going to attack you in the dungeons and who's going to be friendly towards you, which makes humans pretty much the easiest, because a lot of the shopkeepers are human. So you're going to run into a problem if you're like a skeleton and whatnot. But yeah, it's crazy how differently they play. Not just resistances and weaknesses, but also like skeletons, I think their thing with magic does not hunger or starve. HP and MP regeneration reduced by 75%. Can self-resurrect for 75 MP. Immune to burning, immune to strangulation, and swim speed. So it's pretty major. But for now, we're just going to play a boring old human who are friendly with humans and friendly with automatons. No weaknesses, no resistances. And welcomed by shopkeepers. Probably the most important thing. Alright, this guy looks pretty cool. Get rid of that. And we will go back and then we'll look at the races. Sorry, the classes. We just looked at the races. So you've got Barbarian, Warrior, Healer, Rogue, Wanderer, Cleric, Merchant, Wizard, Arcanist, Joker, Sexton, Ninja, Monk, Conjurer, Accursed, Mesmer, Brewer, Mechanist, Punisher, Shaman, and Hunter. And they all have their own little survival and complexity levels. We'll be just going with probably a warrior. They have good starting equipment and are pretty good at surviving. And are pretty simple to play. But they get, yeah, like things like the Mechanist. The whole mechanation system is crazy. I probably will touch on it, but I won't get crazy in depth. Alright, we've got our class, we've got our race. Let's jump in. Okay, basically the story is this old dungeon is haunted by a very old lich who used to rule the realm, and they sealed him deep beneath the mines, I believe, or something along those lines. Probably go down, so we've got all of our stats. They will increase every level up. We also have a number of skills that will increase as we use stuff. We have weapon-based skills. We also have an appraising, is our skill list, appraisal thing, which I'll get into when we pick up a few items. So yeah, we've got tinkering and alchemy and all these other crazy things that are really, if you really want to get in depth, because you can quite happily play without doing any tinkering or any alchemy. Let's just go to the first floor for now, get an idea. So first of all, you're probably going to want a torch. Grab a torch off the wall. Now, what I was talking about with the combat being not as simple. Okay, so we've got a slightly aged tin, and this item, we don't know what it is. And to identify it, we need more appraising skill. And we won't, because we're a warrior, we don't start with an appraising skill. We'll have to wait till we level up. And then as we slowly appraise stuff, which will happen automatically in our inventory if our appraising skill is high enough, that'll just level up our appraising as we go. Now that fountain, they can randomly heal you or they can have a negative effect, and since I don't need any kind of healing or anything at the moment, and this is the beginning of the video, I'll leave it for now. Okay, I can hear 1,000 rats. Okay, here's one. So, I think most people's instinct would be to just like spam and attack. You can also hold down and do a critical once your weapon starts shaking. But what the tutorial wants you to do is, if we can net him out, just get him in the light so we can see. It expects you to block, attack, block, attack, block, attack. Obviously doesn't work as well if you're fighting 3 at once. But yeah, you can quickly get killed by the most basic enemies in the game if you don't kind of follow that basic premise. Okay, so they got some cheese. Now, even these items are not potentially safe, so I won't use them until I know for sure. Got a book, possibly a spell, possibly just a lore book. Okay, we've got scrolls, much like any other roguelike, that will have unknown effects until we know. Okay, we've got a friend in here. Now pulling the switch is either going to rescue him, or it's going to kill him. In fact, I think it might do both. I think it opens the door and kills him. Oh, okay, he's safe. And because we're humans, we just right click on him and he is now our friend. Yeah, I ain't touching that. Now, our torches do not last forever either, so... But we also have a plenty to supply us on the wall, so don't have to worry too much. Got another book. And a chest with a whole bunch of stuff. 2 gems and a ring. Now, this is one of those roguelikes where items can be cursed if you equip them and you haven't identified them, which means you won't be able to remove them. You'll be stuck with them on your equipment, so that's why it's probably best not to. Now, the infamous boulder. Boulders are quite the thing in this game. So that would have fallen from that hole, and they are an insta-kill, basically. Now, interestingly, when I used to play this game years ago, and I'm not even sure if that was when it was first released or what version it was, but boulder traps were my bane, because the whole maps were randomly generated, they still are, but I kept getting these scenarios where boulders weren't killing me, but they were trapping me in like a single square, and it was like it was soft locked. You had to like restart, and it was atrocious. That hasn't happened to me since, so I assume he's fixed it, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure. Excellent. Thank you for your help, sir. Now it is worth picking up equipment because you will be able to sell them to merchants. Merchants work in a way where they sell specific items. There is a general store, but some of them will only sell specific things like jewelry or weapons or whatever, and they will only accept items of the same quality, or same type rather. So that's something to keep in mind. Also, our weight. This isn't just a straight up like, oh, you're encumbered, you move slowly. It actually, our speed is affected by the weight we carry. So I'm already getting slowed down because I have a lot of junk. But I'll be able to get rid of a whole bunch of stuff once I know what things are and what's worth what. Okay, we've got our first level up, and we have now got enough appraisal skill to start appraising stuff. So that's going to happen automatically in our inventory, and our skill will slowly increase. Excellent. Knuckles. So, how do I even start talking about the other skills? Alchemy is pretty nuts though. It's a bit over my head, but I don't think it would take too much to sit down and learn. Basically, you can mix different potions together to create some pretty crazy stuff. Potions can be used both to heal and benefit yourself, and also to throw at enemies. So you could potentially have a whole build based around throwing stuff at enemies and poisoning them and paralyzing them and confusing them. There's a ridiculous amount of potions. And the other even more, I don't know if it's even more, maybe just as complicated system is, I should mention you can bash doors down instead of going around, but that will down my weapon's durability, so shan't be doing that. Yeah, so tinkering is nutso. There's a whole bunch of stuff you can tinker with. You can make turrets, you can make little flying scout drones, you can make bear traps, you can make all sorts of floor-mounted traps. It's absolutely insane. You can make robots, I think, that will follow you around. Okay, so we've found the exit. I might get down now. So let's eat some food. Still hungry, you're not quite full yet. There we go. So what have we discovered? Found a piece of mail. Oliver's bookstore has the finest items in all the realm. Got a swirly potion of booze, inflicts drunk, heals a tinsy bit. Decrepit sword, probably don't want that. Decrepit bronze tomahawk. They're worth having, just so to have a throwing weapon. More booze, more booze. They say life is wasted on the living. Probably not going to use them, but they're worth 35 bucks. Not a great deal. I'll get rid of them as well. Okay, let's go down. Okay. So every time we... So yeah, there can be special events on various floors. In this case, we have a Minotaur that's going to come and wreck us if we do not get out and find the exit quick enough. There are a number of set paths and secret, like, alternate exits that are set in stone. Oh, there's the exit right there. Like, there's a goblin village you can go to. There's a gnome mines. The gnome mines are terrifying. Glasses. Okay, I've got a decrepit wooden shield. We don't want that. Decrepit slingshot. Excellent. And my ally leveled up, so they have their own health and levels and everything. In my experience, their survivability is not great. What is the durability? I'm on a worn iron spear. Okay. Oh, poison resistant amulet. Cool. Take that. Glasses increase perception. Why not? Oh, another poison resistance. Got a level up. Excellent. Got a spell book for teaching locking, but I don't... Oh, actually... What happened? I turned around and my friend died. And there's a troll there. And it said something about the Zap Brigade. I'm just gonna back away towards the exit. Because I realised I'm taking all this time and the Minotaur's probably on his way. That would be him. Woo. Okay. And here he is again. That always seems to happen to me. So...
The Minotaur is coming.
Yeah, I know.
It would be wise to abandon this place soon, mortal.
Yeah, so this class is not really built up for learning spells, so we can't really do that. Still worth a bit of money though. This is a lore book. Same thing. Worth a little bit of money. And more importantly, doesn't weigh too much. Books can be cursed. I'm not sure if you read them, if you get stuck with them on your, like, equipped. Well, our friend died, but at least we got a cool helmet out of it. We also got a staff that unlocks stuff, but unfortunately, it is cursed. Why strangulation? That doesn't sound good. Ooh, grants water breathing. Armor class +1. Another poison resistance. Alright, we're gonna move on before this Minotaur catches up again. Come at me, skeleton. Okay. I usually find most of the stuff the skeletons drop is pretty bad. And usually cursed as well. A brand new spellbook. Is there anything I want to get rid of? Don't know what the cloak does. It's worth a lot though, damn. That staff weighs a lot, but it's worth a lot too. So we've got a Ring of Might that grants push. That actually lets us move boulders and stuff out of the way, which is quite good. That's a warm bronze axe, that's not a throwing axe, I was keeping that like an idiot. Hungry. Teach is slow. Guessing we can't learn it? No. We have a friend. Oh my lord. Okay, we might be in trouble. I don't know if he knows where we are, and he just tracks us down, I guess. I'm dead. He's way too fast. Hello. Smashed. Holy moly. Okay, let's just have a go with a mage. So I can at least show that off. Now, wizards probably aren't great for the single player experience. I should mention, in Ninja, there is actually a sneaking mechanic. You can stealth attack and all that. And hide in the shadows. Don't know if I want to risk being a different race. What do vampires do? Uses HP when out of MP to cast and sustain spells. Can only sustain hunger with blood vials. Kills may drop blood vials. Bloodletting and assassinate kills drop blood vials. Interesting. Goatman's interesting because they what is it? Something about being drunk. Afflicted with alcoholism, but they get crazy bonuses while they're drunk. It can recruit fellow drunks. I think we'll stay human. The other very interesting one, whoops, is the automaton, because requires heat to survive and cast spells. Regenerate heat with a hot boiler fueled by gems and paper. Can remove cursed items, immune to burning, and 20 plus to tinkering repairs, and welcomed by shopkeepers. Speaking of immune to cursed, the succubus classes actually want cursed items. That's what I mean. The sheer difference between the classes is quite impressive. Oh, classic bearded wizard. Look at him. Now, I've never done a wizard start, so I don't know what we start with. Starting with combat music for some reason. Learn Fireball. Learn the Cold spell. And the Light spell. Okay, cool. What have they started us with? A quarterstaff. And a magic staff of light. Let's move these around. I don't even know if we need those. Once you've learned, press defend while held off to alternatively spellbook cast. Okay. So once the spell is prepared, all we do is press F to use. We'll use this light spell. There we go. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, does follow me around. Cool. Doesn't persist through exits though. Oh my goodness, that's a big bad. That's a mini boss. Oh, I'm out of magic. What a start. Oh. Okay, we'll do a quick restart. I'm not sure what happened there. Ah, okay, you cannot... Ah, that's right. So, I should have had a weapon in the other hand, because you cannot block unless you have something in your other hand. So I was trying to block his attacks, but I wasn't. Instead, when you have nothing in your hand and you press block, that's how you do stealth. So I was standing in front of him and going, don't look at me. And that's why I died. Now, do we have the same spells? Yeah, it looks like it's the same ones every time. Dun dun dun. Actually I need... Oh... Yeah, let's do that instead. Because I need the light anyway. Now, I think mana just regens over time. It's amazing how much quicker this character is also. Okay, we are smart, so we start with an appraising skill. But we do have a lot less health. I don't really want to weigh myself down yet. I might just rely on my wits and pick up important looking stuff rather than stuff to sell. So what did we find? Water breathing. Ooh, 1 health. And water breathing. I think it's going to be blessed as well as cursed. Can't remember if that just means that that's better stats. I mean, you can't get better water breathing, so... Ooh, hello. Now, unfortunately... Oh, I'm bleeding. That's bad. Blocking with the old torch, not as effective as blocking with, say, a shield. Now, one of those skeletons I fought before, did he drop a shield? He did. Bet you it's cursed. It's cursed. Got to be very careful then, because we are down a lot of health. What is this? Is this a spell book or just an ordinary book? Force bolt, but it's cursed. Let's find out what happens if we read a curse book. Crumbles in the ash. You forgot one of your spells. Sheesh. Okay, that's crazy. That's cool though. I love that. That's a thing. Ooh. Okay, he walked through that door and attacked me. You also. Okay, we'll do one more life. I think I've very badly managed to show you the basic gists of magic. I suppose I could. Yeah, why not? We'll start as a tinkerer. I can show you the very, very basics. But I probably won't be showing you the very, very basics of the old alchemist, because that is just a headache. Maybe will actually be an automaton, even though it sounded a little bit complicated. Basically playing one of the most complicated classes with one of the most complicated races. Alright, so... Oof, boy, look at all the stuff in our inventory.
Someone new.
Oh, interesting. We start with a potion of polymorph, which we can use on ourselves or throw at an enemy. So... guess I shouldn't throw these things around. I was going to just chuck them out here to show you, but I'll actually try and use them. Now, I've got to remember how the tinker box works. Tinker. Yeah, so with various parts we can make more of the stuff that we have. We can make new stuff, some flame traps. Now we can also salvage stuff. But I think we can upgrade stuff too. And I'll try and figure that out when we go down.
Well, good luck,
Okay, here's our first enemy. Let's put down a trap. Oh, he's not going to survive. Okay. Oh, this crossbow is not strong either. Now what can we scrap? If I can remember. Tinker, salvage. We salvage stuff before we... Yes. Okay. So we got a bit more scrap. Now, repair? Irreparable, best salvaged. Okay. Cool. Increases our tinkering skill. Let's salvage this sword. And let's craft a gyro bot. Oh, I didn't go into depth with companions either, but you can give them commands, much like you can give your robots commands. Emit light. Ooh, very nice. You can tell it to go somewhere. I think you can stay at a distance and... maybe not. Radial detection. Detect items. Okay, so he's going to tell us stuff is nearby. Like, I mean, the tinkering stuff is nuts. Just adds a whole another layer to it. We've also got our traps we can put on the ground. Let's see. I don't know if I can put a skeleton to sleep, but... apparently, you can. That's a boulder trap. Ooh. So, obviously, a lot of the classes play a lot slower as well. Especially with, like, if you were playing the Alchemist, you'd be taking your time, stopping, mixing potions together and all sorts of stuff. I'll salvage that. Bear traps are excellent. They're usable by any class and are super, super helpful. I wish I could remember the upgrade thing. I'm sure you can tinker and upgrade something. Cannot remember off the top of my head. How we do that though. That is why you should do the tutorials, because like I said, this game is way more in depth than you realise at first. It definitely gets crazy in depth. Or you can just play simple and play a warrior and smash things in the face, like I do. But it's important to acknowledge that the options are there. And honestly, with that, I might... I know we've like literally only got up to the second floor, but with that, I might call it quits. Oh, my systems are failing because I need to eat or whatever. How do I... what to say? Paper and what? Consume. Interesting. Interesting system. Alright. Yeah, so that's the basic gist of things. I love the graphics, too. It actually looks a lot better than it used to as well. They've definitely updated everything. And the UI, I like the new UI. UI was not too impressive back in the day, but they've done a great job with it. Very fantasy. The music, too, I should have mentioned. Very cool. A lot of games, roguelikes don't go all out on the music, but... oh, you've got to make this hard, aren't you? Leave me alone. Bam. How do you like that? Graphics great, music great, gameplay, yeah, just crazy in depth. I think that you could have so much fun, and obviously, if you had multiplayer, and you had a whole bunch of actual party consistency and some synergy going, even more fun. Way more fun. Oh, look, our little robots down in the bottom of the map still pinging stuff for us. That's very cool. So yeah, this game is 100%, like, compared to what it was, it has this so much better than it was. Definitely deserving those overwhelmingly positive reviews it's been getting. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. If you like this, let me know. Let me know what you think of the game. Let me know how I'm doing. And if there's anything else you want me to do a video on, let me know. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.